welcome back to your science class. In today's class we are talking about complex permanent tissues. Okay, if you remember, we have already talked about the permanent tissues. In that permanent tissues we have talked about the simple permanent tissues. Today we will talk about xylem and phloem. I am sure you must have heard this word before, xylem and phloem. They both are the tissues which are the conducting tissues and which are also the permanent tissues. Okay, now let's recall. If you can see on the board, you will see that permanent tissues are of two types, simple and complex. In simple we talked about parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. Now in complex permanent tissues we are going to talk about xylem and phloem. So these are the few pictures of simple permanent tissues, that is aerenchyma, sclerenchyma, collenchyma, parenchyma and chlorenchyma. Now today let's talk about the complex permanent tissues. Let's talk about complex permanent tissue. Now, why they are complex permanent tissues and why they are simple permanent tissues? Do you have any idea? Why these two types of tissues, that is xylem and phloem, they are called as complex tissues and sclerenchyma are called as simple tissues? Why? Because we all know, children, for example, let's try to understand. For example, we have lungs, okay? So in the lungs, there are many cells. Now all these cells are of same shape and size. They perform the same function of giving of the exchange of gases. So all these cells are of same shape, same appearance, okay? Same appearance. Also, if we talk about brain cells, in the brain we have nerve cells, they all are of same shape, same size, same appearance. Yes? So these type of cells, these type of tissues. So what is this? This is a tissue because it has so many cells inside it. All these cells are of same shape, same appearance, same size. So that is the reason they are permanent tissues. They are simple permanent. Okay, they are simple tissues. Now if I talk about complex, so complex means that, for example, this is a complex tissue. So now when I say complex tissue, it means that they have different types of cells. Some cell will be elongated, some will be circular, some will be branched in shape, some will be cylindrical, some will be of different shapes. So this is what I mean by complex tissues. Okay, so in complex tissues, more than one types of cell perform together to carry out one single function. Okay, they coordinate together. Different types of cell coordinate together to perform the functions. Okay, so now in plants there are two complex tissues, okay, which are called as xylem and phloem. Can you see here? Now if you can see here, children, you can easily tell that this xylem has different types of cells. Can you see here? You will see that. Okay, now let's compare this. First of all, I will show you this thing. Now this is chlorenchyma. If you will see here, you will notice that it has same type of cells. This is aerenchyma. You will see that all the cells are of same shape, size, appearance. Here you can see parenchyma. Here you will see that all these cells inside this is cell. This red dot is a nucleus. So all these are of same shape, size and appearance. They are permanent. Okay. Now if I see this xylem and if I see this phloem, I can easily tell that they are of different color. They are of different appearance. For example, here you will see that they are cylindrical. They are green in color. They have different. We are not zooming it. Otherwise, if you would have zoomed it, you would have noticed that they have different appearance from inside. There also you can see that some are elongated. There you can see some are circular in shape. That is the reason they are called as complex permanent tissues. Now we will study xylem first. Now I am very much sure you must have heard about xylem and phloem in 7th class, in 8th class. Now we will study about them in detail. First of all, children, keep in mind that xylem and phloem, they both together they are called as vascular bundle. Okay, they together called as vascular bundle. If I say vascular bundle, it means I am talking about xylem and phloem and they are conducting tissues. They are the conducting tissues. They are the most important tissue inside the plant which are xylem and phloem. They are the conducting tissues because they transport food and water all throughout the parts of a plant. Now let's talk about xylem. Okay, so if I take the xylem, okay, if I take the xylem and spread its cells, okay, they have so many different cells present in different types of cells are present inside it. So they are of different types. Like this shape is called as tracheids. Okay, this is tracheids. You can see here. These are tracheids. Next, that green thing is fibers. Then that tube is called as vessels. There is another type of cells inside it, that is xylem parenchyma. Okay, so xylem consists of tracheids, vessels, fibers and xylem parenchyma. They all have different role. Okay, they have different roles, but all together they transport water. Always remember, xylem conducts water and phloem conducts food. Okay, so now let's talk about tracheids and vessels. Okay, I will take them separately. Now if you see the xylem, can you see the xylem? So yes, these are the xylem cells. Okay, inside the xylem is a tissue. Xylem is a tissue which is made up of so many different types of cells. Now the first one is xylem tracheids, xylem vessels. So these both have same function comparatively. They both are friends. Okay, you can tell them that you can call them friends because they have same function to transport the water. They transport water from roots. They transport water from the roots. Okay, so they can transport the water vertically. They transport the water vertically. See, they are the roots. For example, this is a plant. These are the roots. So water will always be absorbed by the roots. Even if the rain is going on, this plant cannot absorb the rain because of the protective layer. What do we call it? Remember, that is called as epidermis. So that is the protective layer due to which the rain cannot go inside through the leaves. Only the roots can absorb it. So roots will absorb. Now these tissues will send the water vertically in the upward direction. They will send the water in the upward direction, both of them. Now if I talk about xylem parenchyma, this is the another type of cell which is present in the xylem. Now what is the role of xylem parenchyma? I show you that these two types of cells sends the water vertically. Now this xylem parenchyma actually transport the water sideways. Okay, children, if there will be no xylem parenchyma, the water will never be able to go in the branches, in the leaves, in the fruits, in the flowers. Okay, so this xylem parenchyma helps in the transportation of water sideways. Okay, it looks like that. Also, it stores water. It stores food and water. Okay, so that is the role of xylem parenchyma. Now another type of element in xylem is fiber. Now this fiber's role is only to provide support, and they are dead cells. They are dead cells. Alright, so children, all in all, xylem's main role is to provide water vertically. Vertically means here like this, from roots to shoot, and it also has a role to provide the water sideways. That means from left to right like this. Okay, and they also provide support. Okay, so these are the role by the xylem tissue, and xylem tissue has these parts which xylem tracheids and xylem vessels sends the water vertically. This is done by xylem tracheids and xylem vessels, and that sideways water is being transported by xylem parenchyma, and support is given by fibers. I hope you have understood about the xylem. Now we will talk about another type of vascular bundle which we call as phloem. Now phloem is another type of tissue, another type of permanent tissue which is responsible for the conduction of food. production of food. Now they also have different elements because they are complex. So it means they have many cells, many different types of cells. So let's see them what they are. They are sieve tubes. Here you can see these are the sieve tubes. Then companion cells. Here you can see these long stick-like structure and fiber. Okay. Now another one is phloem parenchyma. Okay. So phloem is mainly made up of 4 types of elements: sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem fibers, and phloem parenchyma. Now let's talk about first two, sieve tubes and companion cells. Now if you see the sieve tubes, okay, what do you see here? You will see that sieve tubes are just cylindrical in shape and with perforated walls. With perforated walls means their walls are very porous. Okay, they easily absorb anything from this. You can see these blue dots. So these blue dots are actually the food. Okay, now children, you would be surprised to know that xylem and phloem has one basic difference. Okay, can you tell me what? There is one similarity. Similarity is there. They conduct food or water. Okay, water is conducted by xylem and food is conducted by phloem. Now, but in xylem can only go in one direction. Okay, in the xylem, the tissues or the substance can go only in one direction, that is from downward to upward in xylem. But in phloem, the conduction can occur in both the directions, downward to upward, upward to downward, because they are giving the food. Okay, for example, this is a plant. In the plant, we know that photosynthesis occurs in the leaves. So the leaves will prepare the food and it will go to the roots, it will go to the shoot, it will go to the branches, everywhere. So that is the reason why phloem can conduct food vertically and horizontally and in both the direction, from upward to downward or downward to upward. So that is the basic difference between xylem and phloem. Clear? Okay, so these are the sieve tubes. They are generally responsible for transporting. They transport food. Okay, and there is one friend of these sieve tubes that we call as companion cells. Now the name suggests companions, so they both are companions. They both work together. To regulate the activities, to regulate the food activities inside the plant. So they both help each other. Okay. Now we talk about fiber. So fiber is also same thing as it was in xylem. So fiber provides the support. It provides support to the tissue. Okay. There will be no tissue. If there will be no support to this tissue, it will collapse. Okay. All the cells will crash. Okay. So the fiber is very important part in xylem and in phloem. In xylem also fibers were there to provide the support. Phloem, the fibers are there to provide the support. Now the another one is phloem parenchyma. So phloem parenchyma stores the food. Okay, clear? So phloem parenchyma and xylem parenchyma, they are the cells which are present inside the xylem and phloem. So they also store the food. Fiber in both of them provide support. Okay. So just the one thing which you need to remember is that xylem provides the food, xylem provides the water, and phloem provides the food. Xylem conducts water and phloem conducts food. They have different cells, 4 different types of cells, some of which provide the support, some of which store the water, some of which store the food. And similarly here also, without these the water can't be transported to all the parts of the plant. So children, that was about the plant tissues. I hope it was very clear to you all. In the next class we are going to talk about animal tissues.